Tim Geiser through the final turn. Another perfect day, this time in Italy. Vial second, Hietz third. Oh, and then Guadagnini down. Tom Vial wins race 2.
Majora Park lived up to its reputation, but now it's time for a change of scene. We are at Riola Sardo track, familiar to many in the paddock on the sun-kissed island of Sardegna. It's just over an hour's drive north of Cagliari, and the almost bottomless sand will push everyone's skills to the limit. Last year, this circuit made its MXGP debut, although Tim Geiser was busy struggling with a recently broken shoulder blade as Jeffrey Hurlings took control of the red plate. This time, though, Geiser arrives on a 7-race winning streak and has enjoyed the top step of the podium in 6 of our 7 GPs so far. In MX2, Jargo Hietz has a narrow lead over Tom Vial at the top of the standings, having won the last 2 rounds in Latvia and Majora. This is a track that saw the Frenchman dominate last year, although Hietz seems to have a new maturity on track in 2022, as these two leave the chasing pack far behind. Can Geiser continue to dominate in the Premier class? Will Hietz make it 3 GPs in a row? We're about to find out at the MXGP of Sardegna.
This week we're on board with Kai Castmakers from Hitachi KTM, fueled by Milwaukee, as he takes us for a lap around the Riola Sardo track here in Sardinia. As soon as we're out of the first turn, we're over the Fox hole shot line and into turn 2. The deep sand here, a real effort and a real load on the engines as they struggle for traction with their scoop tyres. They go through turn 3, uphill into turn 4, always asking a lot of the engine and the tyres, the suspension, because the circuit really starts to develop big braking bumps, accelerating bumps, big rollers as well. Out of turn 5 into turn 6, we slow up just into turn 7, another switchback turn, then we get some kind of momentum going finally. Uphill, but again, look at the braking bumps as we then prepare to go right and come back in the opposite direction, unloading the suspension here. There'll be a big choice of lines, and the riders will be fully committed as they hit this back straight over the Monster Energy jump, and again slowing things up right on the infield part of the racetrack, wheeling onto this jump here through that chicane. Expect riders to go outside, inside here. If you stay outside, you can just about get over that double, but that will deteriorate as the day goes on. Over the FC Moto jump, it's more of a step down, but again, inside, outside, you'll see riders switching through this next left as well, high, low, inside, outside. Down the back straight, into the bitchy waves. You can triple your way in here, and then double, and then wheelie. Small tabletop here at the end of the straight. Again, the braking bumps will be really asking a lot of the suspension. Keeping on the gas, just to try and get over that small tabletop. 2 corners to go, we're over the city jump. This is the final turn. We saw a lot of passes here and incidents here last year. Here's the Monster Energy finish line jump. And as we come into land, we sweep through turn 1 to start another lap here in Riola.
Ruben did a really great season last year in MX2, and he finished the season in MXGP, where he did great results as well. He was there close to the podium, riding up front with guys that are there since years already. He definitely surprised everybody and me as well. So he asked to be MXGP rider, and this year he proved as well that he's ready for this class.
I jumped on MXGP class at the end of last season. I believe I surprised everyone and even myself. I had some goals in the beginning of the season. I was expecting to be constantly on top 10 and close to the top 5, and then try to get a podium. And I've achieved all of them so far. It was actually more satisfied, my first podium in MXGP, because it felt like a first podium.
I found out that Okun was still free of a team. He did great result in the MX250 at the end of the season, so I was definitely happy to know that he was free. I'm really happy about him and about the way he rides. We just need to figure it out how to put everything together on the race day.
Now living in Hossegor in France is a beautiful place. Together we are me, Mitch, Ruben, and also the girls from the team, TJ and Martina, and also the mechanics are living close. We can't complain. When the life is good on the bike and off the bike, it's a perfect place to live, I would say. I've not had the greatest starts this year, also last year. I've been used to coming from behind and right through the pack, but yeah, in MX2 it's more difficult, of course. It's like we are 20 riders at a good level, you know? It's difficult to just go through them and arrive to go to the front. And the step up to the MX2 from riding MX250 last year has been, I would say, is quite alright. I don't see the riders they're not any more aggressive. I will say the EMX riders are actually more aggressive. They are younger, so they don't have the same respect for each other. For sure, stepping up from 25+2 to 30+2 this year, actually those 5 minutes makes a big difference. Yeah, I feel I'm ready for it, and I don't look at this as a problem.
On 250, I've been always struggling with my weight, and I believe on this class the weight is not such a thing as it will be on MX2, especially on the starts. I think you need to be also strong to keep the bike on the plate. Main difference into MXGP and MX2 is that the rust hurts more. You know, getting stones from 450 machine is a tough one, but on MXGP it's just way different. You're racing with guys with a lot of experience. Everyone's very close from each other, so it's difficult to make the passes many times.
I think the track here is going to be rough. I hope it's going to be really bumpy and it's going to be hot as well, so I think it's going to be physical demanding. So I think with the bumps and the track, and yeah, I think it should suit me good.
We are go here in Riola Sardo, Sardinia. Looks like Benistan with the foxhole shot. Gets there in second. A couple of riders down in the background. Well, Vial is here in about 8th, 9th, 10th place. And Kietz takes over the lead at the first time of asking. The look at Vial already making moves on Langenfelder, gets right onto the rear wheel of Conrad Muse, and he's already going to be up into 5th place. Vial not hanging around, 2 passes. And 3rd place, he's found his way past Horgmo now, and hanging off the back of that KTM as he goes in pursuit of Thibaut Benistant. And a mistake from Benistant. This time, Vial does go through. The Frenchman now, number 28, in 2nd place. Things are settling down. I think they've got their qualifying laps out of the way, if you like, the sprint laps at the start of the race. Heart rates were through the roof. But Adamo still trying to go after Conrad Muse here. This is the fight for 6th position. Tries to cut back. And he does so. Adamo carves his way up the inside, takes over 6th. Oh, Conrad Muse pulls out of the race. Conrad Muse has got problems. but the gap coming down, it's now 1.3. The front end just folded there. Tom Vial is now in a position to strike. Oh, Vial's gone. Vial's gone. He's tipped the front end, just the other side of the bush. And that's it. Game over for now. Gets the other side and just hugged the bank. Jorgo Geerts out of the final turn and will take race win number 8 for the season. The MXGP of Sardinia, round 8 of the FIM Motocross World Championship. It's very, very hot, almost 30 degrees out there on track. Circuit conditions here, heavy but perfect. Flight racing, 15-second board up. And it looks like Beneston again in the second race. Unless Vial, whoa, it was tight between the two French riders, but it may just have been Beneston again. But it's a French one too, Beneston from Vial. Geerts in 5th place, rider down, Langenfelder at the bottom of it. Liam Evans it was who went down first. As Horgmo picking himself up. Just off the bank there. Vial aggressive, runs Beneston to the outside, who hits neutral. Jorgo Geerts tries to go around the outside of Adamo. Looks like he may have succeeded. He has. Kevin Horgmo looking to find a way past Adamo as well, and he may nip up the inside. Yes, he does. Horgmo up into 4th. So Geerts eyeing up his teammate. As we said before, can't afford to spend an eternity behind the 198 if he is to have any chance of closing down Vial. Goes around the outside here. It works, a lap ago, and it works this time around as well. Into second then for Geerts. All of a sudden, he may just be close enough to launch an attack. Time is running out though. Inside, outside, different options for the two leaders. And look at the gap now, stretching out, 1.6. He's flicked the switch with about a minute and a half to go. The rhythm and the pace from Vial, absolutely sublime. A fastest lap of the race for Vial, 1:54.1 after 15 laps. Absolutely incredible what these two are doing here today. Geerts not close enough. Despite that effort on the final turn, absolutely nothing in it. The flag goes out, and it is by 0.3 of a second. Tom Vial, who wins race 2, wins the Sardinian Grand Prix. 6 consecutive podiums now for Vial, but 3rd overall, his first visit to the podium in MX2. Thibaut Beneston, his Monster Energy Yamaha teammate Jorgo Geerts. Tom Vial, Red Bull KTM, wins race 2 and the overall Grand Prix. His 18th career victory, 38th podium. Jorgo Geerts will take the Championship Leaders Red Plate to Spain in 2 weeks' time, and with that 6-point margin still intact.
The Alpine style helmet have a lot of cool things. First of all, the style, it's really stylish. I mean, the shapes and everything, it's on the taste of today, I would say.
I think the best thing about the SM10 helmet for me is also the ventilation.
The best thing. It's actually more things. It's not only one thing. The first thing I noticed when I started using the SM10 helmet was the ventilation, straight away. I went in the track and, you know, there's such a good airflow, as you can see, you know, all the holes everywhere and also in the back so it can go out, you know.
When I started riding with it the first time, I directly noticed there is a lot of air coming through.
Really happy that I'm using this helmet because I'm pretty sure it will help me to keep my head cool.
Alpine Star have developed a new kind of inside of the helmet, you know, which you can choose which position you want. So on the same size of helmet, you can put a different position on the top of your head and it makes it fit you better, you know. When you modify inside, you can have it more high or more low based on what you like.
Actually, the first thing I noticed with SM10 helmet was that, you know, the fit, how you can adjust that. Okay, the first time I put it on, you know, we had to adjust it a little bit for my head. So like with the insides, you can change quite a lot, you know, to adapt to your head. So that was a really good improvement, you know, just to make the fit perfect straight away. If I would have to describe the SM10 helmet in one word, I would say it's really comfy.
One word, I would say comfortable.
Comfy? Comfortable?
I would say safe. There is also on this helmet some different kind of technique I never saw before. This kind of material they put between the mousse and the carbon of the helmet, so it helps to don't have an impact at one special place and helps to don't get any big injuries.
With the visor it's really nice because it's not with the screws, but you have the click system, so if you have a crash it really easily comes off and it takes a lot of the impact away.
Yeah, for sure, I would recommend this helmet to everyone. I have had some big crashes with it and it's saved my head, you know, and I haven't had any concussions since I'm wearing the SM10 helmet.
I would say that I really trust this helmet. It's an advantage and I see it as a safer way to do my sport.
I've been using this helmet now for 3 years. It's light, it's comfortable, and of course I feel safe with the helmet.
We are actually expecting a baby boy, so who knows, in the future he will do motocross as well. And then definitely I will recommend this helmet for him. Yeah.
Round 8 of the FIM Motocross World Championship then brings us to Sardegna and the circuit of Riola Sardo. Calvin Verlanderen on pole for the first time in his career. Gate drops. Prado over in the middle, sweeping through. Up on the pegs. Oh, Geiser! Geiser nicks it. From Renault, who tips over. Fernandez gets caught in it as well, so too does Brian Bogas and Koldenhoff. It's Verlanderen, so he does find his way past the Belgian and moves up into 5th place. Van Donnick leaving the door open. Verlanderen snuck up the inside, takes over 5th. Seewer looking frustrated as he tries to find his way around the outside of Jonas. And he finally makes the pass happen. And Verlanderen goes through as well. 2 in 1 turn. Definitely feels like he's being held up. This time he goes to the inside. Sewer leaves the door open. It's going to be a hard move, but again he's denied. Boy, he's alongside him though, past pit lane. And he commits, and they're bar to bar. This is what he wanted to do a lap ago. This time he makes it stick. Verlanderen now 3rd. Prado under attack all of a sudden. Calvin Verlanderen breathing down his neck as he hangs on to that second position. The Dutchman goes through and takes second place away from the Spaniard. Just getting his head down, getting on with it, the Gavin van Venrooy Yamaha rider. It's 1.6 with 2 laps to go. Geiser has got no fight left. He's just ridden this pace. Again, 2-minute 0.7, a 1:58.0. This is Verlanderen's race to win for sure. Geiser goes out wide. He takes a look across, sees Verlanderen there. He knows he's no threat in the championship as well, by the way. But even still, a race win is a race win, and Verlanderen takes the lead with a lap and a half to go. And Calvin Verlanderen exit the final turn, and he wins race 1 here in Sardinia. What a moment for Verlanderen. But an absolute masterclass in the sand riding today for Verlanderen. He has schooled his rivals today in this first race. Prado leads the way. Good recovery that from Verlanderen. Comes out of turn 2 in 3rd place. Calvin Verlanderen gets a good run on Ruben Fernandez coming out of turn 15, jumping into the waves. He takes over 3rd position from the Spaniard. But Calvin Verlanderen just starting to sink his teeth into Paul Jonas now. So Calvin Verlanderen does move into 2nd with a pass on Jonas. Glenn Coldenoff launches past Paul Jonas. All of a sudden, Prado under pressure. That was a 3-second gap. Verlanderen's fastest lap of the race, and the Gavin van Venrooy Yamaha, just as we did in race 1, he's getting quicker. Then he charges up the inside, no resistance from Prado. We have a new race leader on lap 8, and it's Calvin Verlanderen once again. As Geiser goes down out of 6th place, picks himself up, and again, just going from bad to worse for Tim Geiser. What happened here? Over the berm, just ran wide and then tipped it over. He was out of control as soon as he hit that edge. Coldenoff eases past the 61. Tim Geiser circulating in 12th place, just taking points while he can here this weekend. He looked so in control in race 1, but none of us expected Calvin Verlanderen just to surge by him. And he affords himself a quick fist pump because he knows he's just 20 metres away from taking an overall, the first in MXGP. And he does it here at Riola Sardo. He wins the MXGP of Sardinia. What a day for Calvin Verlanderen.
Calvin Verlanderen, you have turned some heads today, I'm not going to lie. You've gone 1-1 to get your first MXGP overall, and you did it in style.
Oh, it's unbelievable. I have no words. No words. Honestly, I'm speechless. I just want to say a big thanks to my family. Oh, always there for me. And my team, they've given me everything the last 3 years. Just to keep them back, this is awesome. Oh, I'm going to get drunk tonight.
Well deserved, Calvin.
Come. How we go? How we just fall in the pool?
The MXGP of Sardegna will live long in the memory. In MX2, Tom Viel and Jago Hirtz treated us to a fantastic battle, but it was Calvin Verlanderen who shocked the world with a perfect performance to pick up his first GP victory in the Premier class. We'll lead the team to celebrate and see you in 2 weeks' time in Madrid for the MXGP of Spain. Ciao!